Yo, what's going on, guys? Estee McCrawly coming with another video. Today we got some more double battles here on the battle spot, and I'm still using the dual weather ball team that I've been using with Mega Charizard Y and the Politoed. And I think you guys are gonna enjoy this first battle quite a bit. It was a doozy, so we're gonna go ahead and just get straight into it. My opponent had a team of Azumarill, Miltank, Clefable, Amoonguss, Dugtrio, and Medicham. So there's one Mega Evolution possibility. It's the Medicham. As you guys can see, he decided not to bring it. Must have been, I don't know exactly what he was scared of, but I decided to go with my dual weather both because I'm going to need both. And he also didn't bring the Azumarill, but with these Pokemon that he had, it still was nice to be able to have both of them. So we're going to go ahead and get the battle started. And I felt like, honestly, you hear that team, there's nothing really that good on this team. But you guys are going to see how the battle turns out. I lead with Roserade and Clefairy, and he leads with Miltank and Clefable. So I think this is pretty favorable for me. He switches out his Clefable, which was interesting to me. I wasn't exactly sure why he'd want to do that. And he goes into Amoonguss. So maybe he was predicting like a Sludge Bomb into that slot. I don't know. I go for Protect because I didn't know what he was going to do. I was thinking, I don't know like what Miltank gets at all. I was thinking maybe it was going to be like Flame Orb, Facade or something. But I set up the Misty Train turn 1. Especially when I see that Amoonguss coming, I'm really happy that I did because now he can't Spore me. So I'm going to go out in the Charizard now because I want to be able to get because he's got Amoonguss, so I want the Sun Up. And his Miltank just keeps on going for double teams, so at this point it's just going to be a luck thing. Luckily I connect with my first Energy Ball, and that's going to be more than enough to knock. Well, I don't know if it's more than enough. I get the crit. Not sure if the crit mattered. I'm not familiar with the special defense of Miltank. But sure enough, we pick up a knockout. He was for Ingreen, which I was like, oh, okay, you didn't go for Spore, you just went for the Ingreen. And he sends back in Clefable. So here I get a little interested. I'm like, well, why is he just sending it in now? So I go for the Mega Evolution to get the Sun Up, so I can get Weather Ball Fire and take out the Amoonguss. Because I assume there's not like this Clefairy's only attacking move would be Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast, which both my Pokemon resist. So I get the Heat Wave off, which did tons of damage onto Amoonguss. I thought it knocked it out, but I do go for Weather Ball. It's unfortunate that such a powerful move has to be used just to take down a little bit of HP, but I still got to show off the Weather Ball a little bit here. So we already knocked out the Amoonguss, and my opponent here goes for Thunder Wave. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. I have Misty Train up, and I'm like, wait, what? That's interesting. I was like, okay, does Clefable have an ability that works through, or that makes it towards unaffected by the Misty Terrain or whatever? So the paralysis sucks because now I went for Protect right there, and the Rock Slide's going to connect because I was fully paralyzed, and I get flinched. And he has, of course, he has Flamethrower. Of all moves to have, he has Flamethrower. So this will be more than enough to knock out Roserade. So I send in my Politoed here, just so he can't Flamethrower again. And to set up the rain, I'm going to hopefully... I assume that this Dugtrio has a Focus Sash. I also assume that it had Arena Trap, because I didn't even bother going for a switch. So there I get the Protect off. And but he is going to connect with the Politoed. It's not going to do too much damage, which is fantastic. I do flinch, and see, you're going to see here he goes for Thunder Wave, and it doesn't affect me. So I had some sort of glitch or bug right there, because there's no reason why it should have affected Charizard, but not Politoed. So I don't know what happened there. I mean, no one else probably knows about it since no one uses Misty Terrain. But I got cheesed right there, and it was actually like a game-changing paralysis, because I wouldn't have taken as much damage from the first Rock Slide. I would have protected against, and then I would have like taken damage from the second one and protected from the third one, and Politoed would have. So it would have been different. The outcome would have been very different. So it sucks that happened. But we're here now. I didn't get the burn from the Scald, and of course his Dugtrio's. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's got Sludge Bomb. He gets the crit and the poison. I mean, this guy's just one lucky son of a gun. So, and here he goes for Moonlight. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. He's only going to get like 25% back since it's raining. And I go for the Moonblast. I just wanted to knock out the Dugtrio. Make sure that, like, because I think, oh, with a 2v1 I can win. It sucks that I'm poisoned, and then the paralysis also sucks. So, I mean, it's going to be like a game of hacks right now. So he goes for a Moonblast. I mean, you're going to see Polito takes it very well. I'm very especially defensive. So here I go for a Moonblast of my own. And I wanted to Encore him into something. I was hoping maybe he'd go for Moonlight, just so I could get rid of the PPs, especially with the rain being up. And if not, like, just lock him into like a Moonblast so that he can't restore his health. And here I go for the Helping Hand. It's a gamble, because there's a 25% chance I'm not going to be able to attack. So now we're seeing he's targeting down the Clefairy, and he gets the special attack drop. So a lot better that I went for the Helping Hand there. And it's actually going to do a lot of damage. But the rain stops, which sucks. Clefairy is going to faint to the poison, which sucks, because now I can't get another Helping Hand Scald off. Because now that the rain's gone, I don't know if another Scald's going to be able to knock him out. So he goes for, I mean, he's just going to try and take me out with Moonblast. And he gets another special attack drop. Like, that's huge, because now a Scald probably won't take him out. So like I said, this guy's just a luck machine. And he gets the full paralysis, so we're never even going to know. So, really unfortunate that all this stuff's going on. And I see he gets another full paralysis right there, and now his Encore is going to end. So, like, he got the paralysis right when he needed it. Like, there's nothing I could have done. This one I accept because he paralyzed me after the Misty Terrain had ended. But luckily, I lock him into Moonblast here, or excuse me, Moonlight, so that he's gonna waste all of his, or I hope that he's gonna waste all his PP, so that he won't be able to. Like, the thing is, I don't think there's not really a way for me to come back from this one. It's pretty much over with. And I get the burn there, but it's not going to matter because of its ability. So we do know what its ability was in the end. It was Magic Guard. So that's why it's not going to be taking burn damage. So I don't, like, Magic Guard shouldn't have any reaction with Moonlight, or excuse me, with Misty Terrain, because he paralyzed Charizard, but he wasn't able to paralyze Politoed. So I got glitched right there. First one I've come, or a bug, whatever you want to call it. It's the first one I've come across. So it's unfortunate. Good to know, though. I don't know the circumstances of how I could recreate it, but here it's pretty much over. After that special attack drop and that double paralysis, that pretty much sealed the deal. There was no way I could take him out. So an unfortunate string of events coming in there at the end. But my opponent still played pretty well. I really liked his team. So, I mean, there's nothing there. I guess I could complain about the bug that happened, but it's still not really that big of a deal. I mean, it's just a battle on the battle spot. But, I mean, my opponent played pretty well anyways. But, yeah, and he had a really cool team, so it was fun to go against. There were some things, like, for example, turn 1, I, like, protected Roserade if I went for the Energy Ball or something. It could have been a different game as well, but whatever. So, pretty much that's what happened in the first battle. It was a really long one. Had that bug happen, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the second battle. My opponent also had an interesting team. Steelix, Mesprit, Greninja, Zoroark, Talonflame, and Furret. So the only ones that are common would be Greninja and Talonflame. The other 4 were interesting, so we do have to keep an eye out for the possible Zoroark. Here with my team, bringing Politoed's going to do some serious work, because with Politoed, or with Weather Ball of Water, I can, and with Energy Ball, I can do a number to most of his team. So the Sentret, the Furret, we got to be careful with. He didn't bring it, but if I remember correctly, it gets Belly Drum and Extreme Speed. So you just have to be careful whenever you see that bad boy to not worry or not get hit by not get Belly Drum Extreme Speeded. So we're gonna go ahead and get started now. And this one was a very different battle. My opponent, this was not what I was expecting at all. My opponent goes with Talonflame Steelix. So I mean, you see he has Stab super effective against both my Pokemon. Flying for Hitmontop and Steel for Clefable. Or Clefairy, excuse me. But the thing here is I expected him to go for a Brave Bird. That's why I go for Follow Me here, because I'm like, well, there's nothing... I'm like, well, if he tries to attack, I'm going to be able to get him back. So I do get this. He goes for Quick Guard, which sucks for him. But I mean, even if he went for Brave Bird, it wouldn't have made too much of a difference because this Talonflame was gone. I recognized that Fake Out wasn't really necessary. So, and he has Heavy Slam, so I guess a Brave Bird might have made a difference because that might have knocked out Clefairy right there. And he brings in Zoroark. So it must have been the last Pokemon. I don't know why he didn't want to disguise it at all. But I go for another Follow Me here. I was like, is he gonna protect? Should I feint? But I was like, well, if I could feint Moonblast, but I don't know if that would be that good of a play. So I do take the Focus Blast. That did a lot. But he didn't protect. No Focus Sash. And this close combat is going to annihilate the Zoroark. So we've already taken out 2 of my opponent's Pokemon. And the Steelix still going with the Heavy Slams. He's gonna knock out Clefairy. But Clefairy did a fantastic job. I mean, it's a 3v2, and I have Roserade and Politoed in the back, which both have super effective stab for the Steelix. We see the last Pokemon he has is Greninja. That's what I was expecting. So I bring in Politoed to get the rain up, and I was like, well, I didn't want to bring in the Roserade quite yet. It was outside of the rain. So this is why I switch out Hitmontop into Roserade now, as I'm expecting a possible water type move into that slot, which could be risky because if he goes for a psychic type move, it could be dangerous. But he actually goes for Grass Knot. So Politoed isn't that heavy, thank goodness. So I'm not going to take too much damage, and I Encored. So the protect from Steelix is perfect, and it's like my opponent's playing right, like doing the best thing for me. So he's gonna Mega Evolve right here too, and I'm like, well, why is he just now Mega Evolving? So I'm not exactly sure the whole point of saving that Mega Evolution. But now this Greninja is stuck in Grass Knots. I've got Ice Beam on Politoed, and I've got Sludge Bomb on Roserade. So Greninja is pretty much toast. I go for Weather Ball here. Strongest move I got. And that's going to be enough to pick up the knockout onto Steelix. And that's pretty much going to seal up the deal. I go for Skull Tier. I didn't know if he was going to like maybe survive. I had no idea. Maybe he was Focus Sash, and there my opponent's going to forfeit. So that one was a lot quicker, a lot easier. I mean, I guess you could say a good read on my part. A misplay on my opponent just turn 1. I mean, he lost that Talonflame, which was super effective, which would have had super effective stab in Brave Bird against 2 of my Pokemon. But I mean, I had no reason to Fake Out. I mean, you probably thought, oh yeah, and I might have if I didn't have Cresselia out there with me with the Follow Me. But I was like, well, I can just Follow Me. I thought he was going to go for the Brave Bird. So I guess it was a good prediction, but I didn't predict exactly what my opponent was going to do. So pretty easy win right there. No glitches, no bugs, no nothing. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video. If you guys want to battle me, go ahead and let me know. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, I have a new 6v6 singles team. I should have a video coming up with it tomorrow. Pretty interesting, featuring another new Mega Evolution that I haven't used yet. So if you guys are interested in that, keep your eyes peeled. It'll be coming out tomorrow. And if you guys have any challenges, like if you guys want to battle me, whether it's singles, doubles, whatever, go ahead and let me know. I'm always looking for people to battle. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.